Hey, AJ, founder of PlungePalz, tuning in here. In this video, I'm going to show you the new PlungePalz routines, specifically for the Apple Watch. This is going to be an in-depth video of what this whole feature entails. Routines is a great way for you to record multiple modality contrast therapy activities in a single workflow. First, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you a diagram of what this workflow of routines looks like. Second, we're going to hop into the mobile app and I'm going to show you how to create and manage your routines. We'll take a look at the scientific backed protocol templates that we have available for you, as well as we'll create our own custom routine. Third, we'll fire up our Apple Watch and we'll see how the routine actually works and what it looks like on the physical Apple Watch. And fourth, once we save our activity on our Apple Watch, we'll take a look in the mobile app to see what you get from a glance on the recap routine screen, as well as what the routine looks like on your activity and social feed. Let's go ahead and dive on in. Right here, when you open up your Apple Watch, you will see this screen. If you've created a routine, either a net new routine or copied one of the protocol templates, as you scroll down the screen with your finger or the digital crown, you'll see these items with the icon of a routine. When you click on any of your routines, you'll be directed to your routine viewer screen. And here you could just get a quick glance of how many steps are in this routine, the length of time it will take you to complete this routine, as well as your transition steps. And you could scroll up and down this screen with your finger or the digital crown. One disclaimer is your modality steps are the only steps that save to your PlungePalz account. So a modality step is a cold plunge, it's a sauna, it's a cold shower, it's a steam room and or a hot tub activity. Your transition steps, these do not save to your PlungePalz account. They're just there to help guide you through your contrast therapy routine workflow. And so when you go ahead and scroll down the screen, you'll see your start routine. Once you click that, you'll be directed to your get ready timer screen. And this, you could either go back or it will push you automatically to your first step. And in our case, it's a cold plunge. And so right when you land on the first screen, this being a cold plunge, it will go into water lock mode automatically. So your pause or stop button for this activity will be locked. And in order to unlock it, you need to hold the digital crown to come out of water lock mode to enable that red stop button, kind of like how you see down here. Additionally, you could use your digital crown to scroll up or down to see what your next step upcoming will be, and also tell you the step number of the total steps you have to complete. Next, when you go ahead and click the stop button, you'll be directed to a step pause screen. Here you could either save your current modality, you could continue your current modality, which will take you back to the time value that you left off at, or you could completely skip this step, and this step will not save to your PlungePalz account. Okay, for this diagram, I went ahead and clicked save and next. So when I click save, in the background, your activity will save to your PlungePalz account. And then we get directed to our get ready timer screen here, and then it will automatically push us to a transition screen. And this is what a transition screen looks like. It will show you your nickname of your transition, the timer, and then your next up step. This also automatically puts you in water lock mode, so you'll need to hold the digital crown to get out of water lock mode to click the stop button if you wanted to skip this step right away. When a transition screen finishes its timer, it will automatically push you to the next screen. If you're on a modality screen, like your cold plunge, when your timer finishes, it will go into epic time and it will not automatically push you to the next step. There is a way for customizing it so that when your modality timer does complete, it will automatically save when it hits 0 and push you to the next step. And I'll explain that feature when we are creating the actual routine. So let's pop back over to this transition screen. So here, I just let it run down 1 minute and 21 seconds so that it automatically pushed me to the next step, which was a sauna activity. And right in here, you'll see that you're also able to scroll your digital crown down to see the next step. And then in here, I actually disabled water lock mode, and I then clicked the stop button when there's about 1:35 left, which pushed me to the step pause screen. And here I ended up clicking save and next. Okay, then I was pushed to the get ready transition timer screen here, and it pushed me to the actual transition screen right here, which was hydration time. With it was about 1:30 long, as you could see in this next step right here screen of the previous modality step. And then here I let it run down, or actually what I did, I actually held the digital crown, I clicked the pause button, and then it took me to this screen. And as you can see here, the step pause looks different for when you click the stop on a transition screen versus a modality screen. Remember, you cannot save your transition activity to your PlungePalz account. So that's why there is no save button. So you can either choose to continue to go where you left off or click skip this next step. Another call out is if you click continue on the step pause screen for a transition or a modality pause screen, this will bring you back to your original screen and it will re-enable water lock mode for you. Okay, so here I click skip this step. So no save, of course, because it's a transition step. And then I was pushed to the get ready timer here. And then it automatically pushed me to my last step, which was a cold plunge. And so right in here, you'll see the same thing. When I scrolled my digital crown, I could see the next step, which is a routine complete. So we are on our final step. And then I took this out of water lock mode. I paused it, and then I came to here and I clicked skip this step right here. And I did this on purpose because I want you to see what it looks like in our routine recap when you skip a step. Okay, and then we land on the final routine complete recap screen. Here you'll be able to scroll your digital crown or your finger to see all the steps that you completed. So for a modality recap screen, it will look like this. It will have your modality title, it will have the total time and the temperature that you completed that at, as well as your minimum heart rate, your average heart rate, and your maximum heart rate during that activity. Then if you want to click the home icon right away, you could click that and it'll take you home. Then you'll see the status of that activity. So right here, it's saved to our account. If at any time when you're recording a modality step and you lose access to the internet or your cellular service, this will say pending. And the next time you load up your mobile app or your Apple Watch PlungePalz app, you'll be able to save it and everything will sync with your PlungePalz account just fine. So I scroll down with the digital crown or my finger. I then see step 2, which was a transition right here. And this was just a quick break and hydrate. Then I scroll down to the third activity, which is a sauna, the total time, the temperature, my minimum, my average, and maximum heart rate. And you can see that that's saved right there to my PlungePalz account. And then you also see the home icon. If you click this at any time, it will take you back to the home screen. And then this fourth step, it was a transition screen and it was hydration time. Then the fifth one, as you notice, I clicked skip for this step and I did not save it. So that's why we see the skip status right here and we don't have any time or temperature or heart rate metrics for our cold plunge. Okay, so that is the high level diagram of what a routine looks like. Let's go ahead and dive on into the mobile app to actually create a routine. Okay, so go ahead and open up your PlungePalz mobile app. You want to go ahead and click the settings on the top left in the home tab. Then scroll down and you could go ahead and click create and manage routines in the activity recording settings section. When you click that, you'll be able to see 2 buttons at the bottom, explore scientific protocols or create a routine. Let's take a look at the scientific protocols. So here you could find and look through some templates that are already created. Ones right here have scientific backed resource videos like Thermalist, which is from Dr. Susanna Schoberg and her practice and studies. You could also click this resource link to to see a video more about that actual protocol. Here you'll see the steps from a quick glance of what you would be doing if you use this protocol. It'd be a cold plunge for 3 minutes at 48 degrees Fahrenheit. You transition for a minute 30. Then you'd hit the sauna for 15 minutes. You'd transition again, and then you'd do one last modality step of cold plunging. Here, if you go ahead and click copy this protocol, it will go ahead and copy this directly to your account, and it is all right there for you to see. When you click on it, if you are a premium member, you'd be able to click and customize this template right from the get-go to make it your own. If you're not a premium user, then you could just use the scientific protocols that we have in stock for you. If you are a premium user, then you could also create your own custom routine. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So right here, I'm going to click create a routine. Nickname, let's just give it, we'll just say contrast, and we'll do like an _1 because it's our contrast therapy session. And here we're going to do a description. This is totally up to what you want to describe it as. You don't even need to include it, but I'm going to say warm up with some breath work, then cold plunge, then sauna, then cold shower to rinse off. Okay. This autosave setting right here, you can click this info icon to read a little bit more about that. But the autosave, this means that whenever you finish a modality step, whether to autosave it for you right when that timer hits 0 or not. Typically, I have this as no, but some people, if you just want to hit your routine very quickly and have everything autosave and you don't even need to touch anything on your watch, you could set this to yes. I'm going to keep it as no. But let's go ahead and click save and continue. It's going to take us back to the routine hub, and then we could go ahead and now click on this contrast _1 to add steps to it. Okay, now in here, I'm going to go ahead and click add step. So first, we're going to warm up with a transition, and a transition is going to be breath work. Here, you could add any kind of description to your step if you'd like. The duration, let's just put it as 1 minute. You could add any internal resources like a web URL and like the link title for you to see. And you could either make this step public or private. Eventually, we will have a discovery way for you to use other people's steps in your own protocols. So I'm going to go ahead and click add step. And it's going to take me back to the routine. You can see it pop right in there into the steps. Let's go ahead and add a cold plunge step. I'm not going to add a description, the duration. Let's just do 2 minutes, and we're going to do it at 40 degrees Fahrenheit right there. And then you could add links as well if you'd like. I'm just going to do add step. Okay. And the next one, it's going to be a transition step. You could add it directly to the sauna if you'd like, but I'm just going to say, let's do some squats to heat body. Okay. We'll just do a minute there, and then we'll click save step. And then we'll add another step. It's going to be a sauna modality step. This one, let's just do 10 minutes, and let's say 200 degrees Fahrenheit right there. And then click add step. Okay. Let's go ahead and go into here, and from this, we're actually just going to go straight from the cold shower or from the sauna to the cold shower with no transition step. And here in the cold shower, let's just do it for a minute 30, right down here. Okay, and let's say the cold shower temperature at my contrast therapy studio is at 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, and let's add that step. So now you can see all the steps in your routine right here. If you want to adjust these later on, you could actually long press the step, hold it, and then move your step either up or down. So you do that by holding on the step and then dragging it up or down to reorganize it, and it will automatically reorganize your step routine, and you could save that or not, but I'm going to actually move this transition step back to where it was right there. Okay, now if we go back to the routine hub, you will see your contrast one with a quick glance, and you could scroll right here to see all the steps involved. It's 16 minutes total. You've got 3 modalities and 2 transitions involved here. Excellent. So that's how you create a routine in the mobile app. Let's go ahead and open up our Apple Watch to see what it looks like and conduct that contrast one routine that we just created. All right, awesome. Go ahead and open up your Apple Watch PlungePalz app. Let me scroll down here. And this is the development app, the yellow one. Yours will be the blue one, but for this demo video, we will be using the development app, which I've been using. So I'll go ahead and connect, and it will show us the activities that we can record. If we scroll down, we will then see that contrast_1 and the thermal list routine. So if I click thermal list right here, you would see all the steps that we just copied from that template. And if I click the back arrow up top here, it will take us back, and I will then now select the contrast one routine. And you can see everything right in there, the steps, the length and time it will take me to complete it. And as I scroll down, you'll see all the steps. Let's go ahead and click start routine. You'll see this get ready timer screen go. And then it will push us into the breath work and go into water lock mode. So I could set down my wrists, do my breath work, do whatever I need to do, and pop up the screen right here. It'll show it, and it will say, like, next step is the cold plunge step right there. So I'm going to hold down the water lock mode to just skip this step since we're just demonstrating this workflow. And I'm going to click the stop button, and you'll see the continue or skip this step. If you click continue, it's going to take you right back into where you left off in your transition step and go back into water lock mode. And I'm going to go ahead and click this to hold it down, to go ahead and stop it. Next, I'm going to click skip this step. So it's going to take us to the cold plunge modality step. Okay, perfect. So it locks in right there. We got our countdown timer rocking and rolling. We've been put in water lock mode. We've got our progress bar right here with the flags and our heart rate right there. Now, if I take the digital crown and I scroll down, you can see our next step. We're going to do some squats. Squats, maybe, heat up the body. That should be to heat up the body. My bad. And we got step 3 of 5 that we will be on. Okay. So let's go back up to see the cold plunge modality screen. Excellent. Okay, so let's let that just run down some time here. All right, I'm going to fast forward this screen so that I will pull it back up when we have completed the timer and we're in epic time. Okay, so we got 8 seconds left, and since, remember, I did not have the autosave mode enabled for our steps, it's going to allow us to go into epic time right there, and it won't autosave when it hits 0. So I'm going to go ahead and let's stop the activity. I'll go out of water lock mode. I'll click the stop button, and you can see I could either save it, which I currently did 2 minutes and 12 seconds, or I could continue from where I left off at, or I could skip this step. Let's say I click continue. It will bring us back into where we left off at, and then I'm going to go ahead and take us out of water lock mode, and I'm going to pause the activity. So we should see 2 minutes and 24 seconds, which we do right there in the step. I'm going to go ahead and save that. Okay, so it's saved, and I'm going to the next screen, or the next step. Okay, so it looks like we got our transition step, and it is to do some squats to heat up the body. And right here, you can see the next step is our sauna. So I'm just going to go ahead and hold this down. Let's go to the next step. Okay, let's stop it. Let's skip this step. Okay, we got our transition screen, and we're gonna then hop into the sauna. Great. So we go into water lock mode. We got our countdown timer, and we've got our temperature right there that we set it to in the routine steps. And if I scroll down, you can see the next up is a minute 30 cold shower. Okay, let's scroll that crown back up there. Awesome. So I'm going to let this count down a little further, and I'm going to fast forward this video. Okay, for demonstration purposes, we're just gonna do a very short sauna here, and I'm gonna go out of water lock mode and save this sauna activity. Looks like we will have about a minute 40 to save for that sauna activity, and we're just gonna click save. And so now we're gonna head into the cold shower, but from here we're actually gonna skip this step. Let's say we didn't do the cold shower, and we're just gonna skip it in our routine step. Again, if you scroll down, you'll see that next up, routine complete. So I'm gonna hold down the water lock button. I'm gonna click this stop, and instead of save, I'm gonna click the skip step. Okay, so we'll see our routine complete screen right there. I could scroll down to see what the first modality step was. It looks we did a cold plunge at 2 minutes 24 seconds. The temperature was around 40 degrees Fahrenheit. We see my max, or my minimum, my average, and my maximum heart rate. We could see at the bottom left that the status of that saved to our PlungePalz account. If we go to the next screen below, it's do our squats, and then the next screen is our sauna. Gives us a little recap on that. And then we see the saved at the bottom left. Great. We scroll down the cold shower, we could see that we skipped it. Okay, so that is the recap screen. And if you click the home icon anywhere, it will take you right back to the home screen. Let's go ahead and open up the PlungePalz mobile app to see what we see after we've recorded a routine. Okay, when you open up your PlungePalz mobile app, you'll see your routine completed recap. It will tell you the total time it took for you to complete that routine, the current weather outside in your location if you enabled that. You've also got your location tag right there. You've got your routine timeline. So it shows you the transition steps. It shows you a visual of your heart rate chart, as well as a min, max, and average, your time that you did for that modality. And then it also shows you the activities that you did not complete. And if you didn't, for example, we skipped the cold shower, it shows that time of 0 seconds right there. So you will see this after you record your routine. If your home setting in your user settings has the pop-up screen set to activity recap here. You won't see it if you have your streak screen as the pop-up after you've recorded activities. So let's go back now to the home screen, and you will see exactly how that modality, or how the routine looks like in the social feed. So you'll see your name. The icon for a routine is this little green block by block icon. It'll show the total time, it'll show the timeline of each step, and it'll show if you completed it or if you skipped it. And the ones that you saved, you can click, or other users can click these chevrons to actually see your activity in action right here, and they could like or comment on your step in your routine there. And then there's a little create a routine hyperlink for other users to create their own routines. Awesome. Well, I hope this video was in depth, and if you have any further questions, please reach out to us at support@plungepalz.com, and we would love to help you out. And if you don't have PlungePalz yet installed, go ahead and get it at the iOS or Android App Store. And remember, with PlungePalz, you never plunge or sweat alone.